Hi, I'm Rebecca with the Parent-Teacher Bridge, and welcome to Mailbag Monday, where I take the time to answer questions from parents like you who are searching for answers to best help their children learn. Before we get started, be sure to click the link in the description to get my free guide, 5 quick tips to immediately help your struggling reader. Our first question is, how do I ensure that my ADHD child gets the assistance he needs to succeed in test taking and assignments? Well, preparing for tests takes practice. I like to share with my tutoring parents how they can have a game plan in preparing for tests. Number 1, ask for tentative test dates and specific chapters the teacher intends to cover for the semester, or at least the next 4 to 6 weeks. This helps set your child up for success by studying in smaller increments over time and building onto the material. There is wisdom in getting ahead and familiarizing oneself with upcoming content. We never know when our child will become ill and miss school, nor do we know when another teacher may assign a large project out of the blue. So if you have trouble getting information on the teacher's pacing and teaching plan, you may need to schedule a meeting with the principal. Teachers should have an idea of where they are headed in the teaching content, even if they don't have all the assignments planned out specifically. Number 2, practice the material in the closest way possible to the test. You'll need to find out if the test is multiple choice, short answer, fill in the blank, essay, or even something different like a computer test. If you think your struggling elementary or middle school child can just go study on their own, think again. We need to model and teach them how to do that. Think about how your child learns best. Quizlet is just one example of an online way to study material that your teacher gives you. Spelling City is another online tool for helping study a traditional list of spelling words. There are many more though, so be sure to check online. Number 3, make a specific request for testing. A student does not necessarily need to be in the special education program to have these requests granted. Now, some special requests might be testing at another time of the day, testing while sitting closer to the teacher, given extra time on a test, taking the test over a period of a couple of days, or even the test being read aloud to the student. If you have tried reaching out to get some of these requests and you've had no luck, you can pursue a 504 plan. Number 4, consider a 504 plan for your child. 504s are often considered for children who do not qualify for special education. To best prepare yourself for this plan of action, be sure to document notes from the teacher on behavior and focus, report cards, grades, and periodic testing reports done on the computer. Number 5, open the line of communication with the teacher. If the assignments are repeatedly not turned in, you can rest assured the teacher is frustrated about that too. It's not unrealistic to ask that she initial the child's planner or send a simple email about a specific assignment. Find a system that will work both for you and the teacher, even if that's just a simple screenshot from her phone and sent to you via text. If you don't know what is assigned, it is difficult to hold your child accountable. Number 6, use a calendar or planner with notifications. If your child has a tablet or a smartphone, consider a calendar or assignment tracker for keeping up with due dates. Obviously, this will work better with middle school and high school students. I love paper calendars, and they're perfectly fine to use as well. However, my Google Calendar helps send me reminders of appointments and things I have to do. Training your child to have a method of keeping up with assignments will help him become more independent with time. Our next question is, my child can read, but her confidence in reading is so low. How do I build her confidence? Well, first of all, let me say that there can be several reasons for low confidence in reading. It could be that the material she is regularly reading in class is above her independent reading level. It could be that she has dyslexia. It could also be something as simple as she isn't getting the practice she needs to become a stronger reader. Here are some things that you can try to get started that have helped my tutoring students with and without dyslexia. Number 1, listen to her read one of her regular assigned grade level books and take note on what she is missing. Is she skipping words? Does she substitute words for another word? Does she guess words on the first letter? Does she notice when she reads something that doesn't make sense? Now, these are just a few common errors. Number 2, find much easier books to have her read. And when she reads a much easier book, are her reading behaviors continuing? If not, and if she does sound confident and fluent in this much easier level, have her read books that are on that level for a while. You can, over time, add in a more difficult book here and there to challenge her. Number 3, reread the more challenging books. Read one page at a time to figure out the words, and then reread that page with more feeling and fluency. It's okay to reread a book. In fact, for early readers, it's incredibly beneficial. Just sit with her to be sure she is following along and reading accurately instead of only memorizing. For tutoring sessions, I've even reread the page after the student read it so that they can repeat it after me. Some children need to hear the parent read it more than others. Number 4, continue to read aloud to your child. Building a child's vocabulary and exposure to various sentence structures will help them one day to read that level of book more effectively on their own. If they've never heard a word in context, it will be a bit harder for them to decode that word one day and know when they have it correct. If you need to, use some audiobooks here and there. When I was a child, I loved audiobooks on tape that chimed every time I needed to turn the page, and I listened to them often. Number 5, seek specific phonics instruction. Some children pick up phonics patterns more naturally than others. So for those children who struggle, they need phonics taught with specific rules. You may speak with your child's teacher about which words your child seems to miss. Remember step 1. You may enlist the help of a tutor, or you may decide to purchase a curriculum or subscription to a program that teaches phonics and word parts. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, comment below which idea you liked best. If you'd like to send a question for our mailbag, please leave your question in the comments section. And don't forget to click the link to get my free ebook, 5 Quick Tips to Immediately Help Your Struggling Reader. Subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the button below. You can also find the Parent-Teacher Bridge on Facebook and Instagram. And be sure to visit my website, theparentteacherbridge.com, for more help with your child's learning. Remember, you are your child's most influential teacher.